This news update is brought to you by...
This is how we flow. Oh, the offers are quite exciting, and the prices will leave you smiling. Everybody's got a cheerful glow.
Enjoy 1 month of free Flow TV when you sign up or upgrade to Flow Broadband this season.
This is the Barbados Today evening update for Monday, December the 28th, 2015. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. The island's sugar crop is under threat due to prolonged drought conditions affecting the country. And with March 7th set as the tentative start of the 2016 harvest, Chairman of the Barbados Sugar Industry Limited, Patrick Bethel, is deeply worried that experts are forecasting a worsening of the weather situation next year. In fact, Bethel tells Barbados Today this afternoon that things are so horrible, next year's sugar crop is expected to be less than the just over 10,700 tons produced this year. He says while farmers have been taking advantage of the government's financial incentive to plant more leading up to the opening of the proposed multi-million-dollar multi-purpose sugar factory at Andrews in St. Joseph in 2018, lots of the canes plant are not growing or taking long periods to do so. He also disclosed that the independent farmers and those covered by the state-owned Barbados Agricultural Management Company are working towards reverting to the traditional January start of the crop. 46-year-old Alliston Greaves will spend the new year behind bars. Greaves of Crab Hill in St. Lucie was remanded to prison until January 25th next year, when he will appear in Old Town Magistrates Court today. He is charged with last Wednesday's stabbing death of Callie Ann Gill. The 35-year-old Gill of Crab Hill, St. Lucie, a mother of 7, died at Niles Road, Farm Road, St. Peter, stabbed in the neck after allegedly being in an altercation with the accused. Grace is said to be the father of 6 of Gill's 7 children. Political scientist Peter Wickham is giving the government a failing grade for its handling of the economy. Speaking to Barbados Today from the United Kingdom this morning, Wickham explained that the economic situation facing the country is no better now than it was at the start of the year. He says the economic climate has not improved significantly despite several measures implemented, and predictions for 2016 are not any better.
I think that they should be judged on their ability to have dealt with some fundamental issues regarding our economy. And I think as far as those are concerned, it's fairly clear that they would have to be given a failing grade, because the economic situation in Barbados at the end of 2015 is no better than it was at the beginning of 2015. We heard suggestions that there could be economic growth. Then we heard that those suggestions were revised. And I think that fundamentally is the problem. Where are we regarding employment? Where are we regarding the economy? Where are we regarding economic growth? And Barbados is no further on in relation to any of those issues. It is a saving grace that we have not had further layoffs or of a massive nature in 2015, but nonetheless, the situation isn't improving, and I don't know that that's helped.
However, he is giving the ruling Democratic Labour Party top marks for keeping its house in order despite some challenges throughout the year.
The government has still held itself together, and I think that this is quite remarkable, quite frankly, since they are surpassing all expectations regarding the ability to hold itself together. And that can be arguably a major political achievement on their part, the fact that they have actually been able to survive. And more importantly, they have been able to keep our attention away from the fact that there's much that needs to be done.
The Barbados Light and Power Company says it already knows the source of the blackout, which triggered a major power outage in the north of the island over the weekend. Our Marlon Madden tells us more in this report.
In a statement to Barbados Today, the company revealed that the outage was as a result of a fire at its substation in St. Thomas. This caused a number of customers in the north of the island to be without electricity on Saturday night for close to 3 hours. Barbados Light and Power Company officials responded to a report at approximately 7:35 p.m. that there was smoke coming from the substation building. Fire officials brought the situation under control, and the substation was electrically isolated. Meantime, BLMP crews were busy again today seeking to restore power to the Barbados Revenue Authority's Pine St. Michael location after it was affected by a power surge this morning. The outage resulted in the Bra complex, which houses the licensing authority, being unable to conduct business today. However, customers doing business with the Revenue Collection Agency were advised to use any of BRA's other 5 locations across the island. I'm Marlon Madden reporting for Barbados Today.
In sports, while the inexperienced West Indies team struggle in the ongoing Test series in Australia, a number of the region's top players continue to excel in the Big Bash League Down Under. Fast bowling all-rounder Andrew Russell, who Chief Selector Clive Lloyd has publicly stated he would like to see him in the Test squad, bowled with plenty of fire to propel the Sydney Thunder to a 7-wicket win over the Adelaide Strikers today, and also to top the tournament standings. Russell set the Thunder on their way of chasing the Strikers 117 by procuring an edge from the Tim Ludeman off the first ball of the match, delighting another sold-out crowd at the Sydney Showground. Russell took 2 for 28 in 4 fiery overs, where he consistently clocked over 140 kilometers per hour. The talented Jamaican returned to smash 17 in 7 deliveries as his team won the encounter in the 17th over. Among those also appearing in this year's Big Bash are Chris Gale, Dwayne Bravo, Lendl Simmons, and Samuel Badri.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter, that's the move for me. Stability, prosperity, we're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
We pick up with news from the region now. Trinidad and Tobago's Attorney General maintaining that the cabinet was within its right to fire Jawali Rambaran as the governor of the central bank. More in this report from Joel Brown of TV6 News.
Attorney General Faris Alwari expressed no doubt about the cabinet's decision to have acting President Christine Kangaloo terminate Jawala Rambaran as the central bank governor.
The cabinet has been proper in the exercise of its discretion, and the result has been the revocation and termination of the appointment of the governor of the central bank and Mr. Rambaran's position. The new governor has been appointed, and the focus right now is that Trinidad and Tobago needs to settle in to having its position managed by a new governor of the central bank. Certainly this won't be the first or the last time that decisions of this nature have been taken across the board.
Internationally now, over 50 people have reportedly lost their lives in a wave of attacks by female suicide bombers in northeastern Nigeria. In the latest blast, 2 bombers struck a market in the town of Madagali in Adamawa State, where over 25 people were killed. In neighboring Borno State, several attacks in Maduguri killed more than 30 people and injured over 100. The attacks are being blamed on the Islamist Boko Haram militants group. A U.S. grand jury decides not to bring charges against 2 policemen over the killing of a 12-year-old boy. He's an African-American boy. He was armed with a toy gun. Timur Rice was carrying a non-lethal pellet gun when police approached him in Cleveland in November 2014 in response to a 911 call reporting a man waving and pointing a gun at people. Here is a local prosecutor in Ohio State, Tim McGinty.
Based on the evidence they heard and the law as it applies to police use of deadly force, the grand jury declined to bring criminal charges against Cleveland police officers Timothy Lohman and Frank Garmbeck. That was also my recommendation and that of our office after reviewing the investigation and the law. A short time ago, we informed Tamir's mother of the grand jury's decision. It was a tough conversation. We again expressed the condolences of our office, the sheriff's detectives, and everyone else who has worked so diligently on this case, and our sincere wish that these events on that traumatic day at the Cadell Rec Center had unfolded differently. She was broken up, and it's very hard. We explained to her that this was a difficult decision also, but that to charge police, even a situation what was as undeniably tragic as the death of her son, the state must be able to show that the officers acted outside the constitutional boundaries set forth by the Supreme Court of these United States.
That's our Barbados Today evening update. But for the very latest, visit our website, www.barbadostoday.bb, for more news and sports. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a great day.